Back at it again, the broke beauty guru, Lexa Rose, with another episode of Wrestling with Beauty. Brother. This one, we are going after Scooby's best friend, Shaggy. Now, his color scheme is relatively easy, so this should be a pretty quick tutorial. But again, big Scooby Doo fan, loved it. Again, I finally remembered all the guest stars on the Scooby Doo Mysteries. We had Don Knotts, Sonny and Cher, the Harlem Globetrotters, which was my favorite ones because the Harlem Globetrotters were pretty much, they're from Harlem girl. And I was like, yeah, represent hometown heroes. So, of course, those were my favorite. I mean, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo with Vincent Price, Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School, and several others. I mean, I could go on and on. I've watched almost every single one. The Scooby Doo movies, Monsters Unleashed. I gotta safely say Matthew Lillard was like a pretty awesome Shaggy. And I heard he actually got lessons from Casey Kasem himself to perfect the Shaggy voice. So I think it would be nice if he continues doing Shaggy. So anyways, we're gonna be doing Scooby's best friend, Shaggy, and let's get this tutorial started. Zoinks! You're gonna start with the first step, like we're gonna try our Benefit Professional Primer, and just a little bit goes a long way. Not very good with my Shaggy voice, but you know, he was one of my favorite characters besides Velma, so I might just do a Velma look. That might I have to do somewhere else though. So, primer. Okay, next we're gonna go into Cheesecake from Huda Beauty, and we're just gonna pop this on the face. Next, we're gonna grab a sponge. Okay, now for contour with our Benefit Hula Quickie Contour Stick and our Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Neutral. Okay, now time to blend everything together. Next, we're gonna grab our Airspun and we're gonna just set the foundation. Okay, so now that my cousins are on, because they don't look like twins, they're definitely not sisters, these motherfuckers are cousins, okay? See? This one look like that one cousin that everybody like hang out with and you go for a walk on Thanksgiving and then y'all come back and your eyes are red and y'all smell like skunk and shit. Yeah, that's this cousin. This cousin is the one that's be judging everybody talking about Jesus is good. You need to read the Bible. But anyways, we're going to get into it. We're going to go right into this dark burgundy reddish color. It's almost like a crimson color, like dried blood. And it's pretty much the color of Shaggy's pants. There's only like 4 colors of Shaggy's. It's the green shirt, the reddish crimson pants, the like dusty blonde hair, and then black for his shoes. So we're gonna make this work. Let's just start putting this in. Okay, so now we're gonna just kind of deepen this red just a titty bit. Just a titty bit. Just a nipple. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into this dark brown, and we're just gonna put that in the crease to kind of give it a little definition. Okay, so now that we've got that on, we're gonna grab our fluffy brush again, and we're just gonna kind of blend it a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna cut the crease. We're gonna go right into our Tarte Shape Tape, and we're just gonna kind of dollop it, open our eyes, or look up, and then see, now you got your line. So, a little dab, a dab-a-do. Okay, so we're hitting into the home stretch. We're gonna use a lot of greens at this point. So we're gonna hit up our Jaclyn Hill palette again, and we're gonna use these 2 colors. I'm gonna use this one first, and then put this one on top to give it a shimmer. And this is supposed to signify Shaggy's shirt. Now, depending on the television quality, it could be any kind of green. I just chose this green because it's a bright green and it looks really, really good with all the other colors. Okay, so now that we got the green on, we're just gonna add black to the outer corner, and we're gonna go into this dark green first. We might just use only this dark green. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna put my finger and I'm just gonna swipe it right on top of this green. All right, you already know the business. Okay, so I'm gonna be extra and I'm gonna grab heavy metal, Urban Decay's heavy metal glitter eyeliner in distortion, and we're gonna throw it right on top of the green. I just feel like being extra. I'm not extra. I was born this way. Okay, so now we're getting to the home stretch and the lights are on back there, so that's kind of like my timer to take everything home. Wrestling term, you wouldn't understand. We're gonna go right into our Amazonian clay 12-hour natural beauty and pop it on. Holy crap, I almost forgot to contour. Powder. Boop, boop. Last but not least, highlighter. And we're gonna go right into our clover colored one. But I'm just gonna grab this brush real quick and just do the inner corners and the brow bone first. Ay, mi madre santísima, ay, qué chula. My buddy Jordan's in the juice bar right next door. He sounds like he's breaking stuff. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna finish up with Siren from Lime Crime. I just wanted to do a light lipstick so that it didn't take away from the eye makeup. And this is my completed, me madre santísimas coño, this is lighting in here. But I do the best I can. This is my final look. It is the Shaggy Rogers. Bet you didn't know his real name was Shaggy Rogers. He was, of course, always known as the stoner of the group, along with Scooby. They played so many inside jokes about it, like the fact that they ate so much. Like, you would wonder how this skinny dude could pack all that food in his belly. But then I have my fiance Trigger, who can do the same exact thing. So, but yeah, there were a lot of jokes, like the airplane scene in the first Scooby Doo movie where the girl says her name is Mary Jane. And he's like, that's my favorite name. And, you know, if you watch it and you look very carefully, you can see all the stoner jokes. And, you know, I'm glad that they kind of transition that joke into the Scooby Doo movies for the adults, because let's face it, this movie wasn't for kids. It wasn't. This was like The Incredibles, okay? This was like Toy Story. You saw nothing but adults going there. Like the Christopher Robin movie, you saw nothing but Star Wars fans walking up in that bitch. So, of course, these jokes and references to Shaggy being a stoner were actually pretty hilarious to us adults. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it kind of looks like one of those classic looks, but I tried as hard to get the color scheme of Shaggy, because every time I see this look in particular, like with the green lid and then the brown crease or the brown reddish crease, I always think of Shaggy. So I figured, let me do my own take and dedicate it to the man of the hour, Shaggy Rogers, who can stuff an entire 10-foot tall sub, let alone a 6-foot, 12-foot wide one, into his mouth. Although, you know, Scooby tries to help by eating it, but still. Anyways, this has been another episode of Wrestling with Beauty. Sorry, everything is a little weird, but I'm the Ring Queen Lexa Rose, and hope you enjoyed my video.